Good morning. Good morning to all of you. I welcome all the participants of this 5 days AECT Atal sponsored FDP Faculty Development Program on Blue Ocean Strategy. Today we are into 4th day. Today's morning session is by Mr. Manjunatha, who will be presenting to you about Blue Ocean Strategy in manufacturing sector. And today's second session will be on Sustain and Renew Blue Ocean Strategy by Mr. Mahesh or B.R. Pandit. And in the afternoon session, we have a yoga session, which is made mandatory by Atal AECTE. Every FDP organized by AECTE Atal should have a yoga session or meditation session. Today we have yoga session by Mataji Sannyasi Swasti Murthy. And tomorrow morning there will be an examination, will be a test. Whatever portions covered in the first 4 days, there will be a test tomorrow. It will comprise of 40 questions, and the participants have to answer in 1 hour. In fact, a link will be shared to you, and it is a monkey jump link. And in that, all of you have to log in, and within 1 hour you have to complete those 40 questions. Same 40 questions will be shared amongst all the participants, but each of the participants will have questions in a different order. Order sequence is different, but all the 40 questions will remain same. And only one entry is permitted. First entry will be taken care of. You have to complete in 1 hour in the morning session between 10:15 to 11:15. Within that hour, you have to conclude. Okay, coming to today's session, I'm very happy to introduce Mr. Manjunatha. Yes, to this occasion. I'm really privileged to introduce Mr. Manjunatha. Manjunatha is associated with CMRIT MBA Bengaluru. Has a vast experience as a mix of industry, academic, and research experience for over more than 15 years. His areas of interest include customer relationship management, consumer behavior, retail management, strategic management, about a blue ocean strategy, digital marketing, and he has received best paper awards in 2 national conferences. And he has published many journals, many papers across various journals, and he has presented papers in several national and international conferences. And he delivered a guest lecture on leadership and communication at Bosch. And he worked as a resource person and delivered many guest lectures on marketing across various institutions all over India, and working closely with automobile component manufacturers. And right now he is doing research, and it's about the blue ocean strategy for automobile component manufacturers. And he has guided more than 150 projects. This is a very brief profile of Mr. Manjunatha. Really, we are very lucky to have a practical man, Mr. Manjunatha, with us, and he will be sharing his experiences in next 1.5 hours. It's over to Mr. Manjunatha, sir. You are welcome. Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir. I'm honored. I would like to thank Principal of JNNCE and Basaraj sir and Shrikant sir for giving me this opportunity. Sir, thank you, sir. And definitely, you have given me the, a responsible job. After, learned person has, shared a lot of knowledge about the blue ocean, and people have learned about the blue ocean. Now I need to take it forward after 3 days. I hope I'm not going to make them bored. I'll do justice for this, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, sir.
Sir, I'll share my screen.
You can start. You can start.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Dear friends, my screen is visible. Am I audible? And my screen is visible too? Uh,
Hello.
yes, sir. Basara, sir, my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Your
Audio
screen
is
is
clear, right?
visible.
Yeah. A warm good morning to all the participants, dear friends. I'm Manjunatha here, associated with the CMRS of Technology, Bengaluru. Now, onus is on me to take it forward the blue ocean strategy in the manufacturing sector. Since 3 days, you people have already learned about the blue ocean strategy, the canvas, the other intricacies of it. Now, risk is there for me to make sure that I'm supposed to engage you people. Yeah, having said that, let me start my presentation. Yeah, as we know, the blue ocean is a systematic method of creating new profitable markets without competition. Look at that picture. It is explaining if a corporate is sitting over there, it can jump into the red ocean or blue ocean. This red ocean is bloody competition. A lot of people they bleed each other when it comes to the market share, profitability, revenue. Whereas this blue ocean is vast. Opportunities are many, no boundaries. And a smart man who's a marketer or an entrepreneur, better to get into the blue ocean. Reason is no boundaries, no competition. You need not to bleed. To bleed means you need not worry about your revenue and profitability. Automatically, that will come to you. Yeah. See, this picture explains, I think I tried to summarize all your 3 days of learning on using this picture. Now look at the left-hand side. This red ocean is brutal, price-driven. Okay, success is there, beating the others. You should be competitive. If you want to be competitive, you should be brutal with respect to pricing strategies, attracting the customers, okay, with respect to price, with respect to beating the others. And when market is limited, and it is known, lot of constraints, lot of boundaries, and sometimes it is saturated. Due to this only, the people will lose their margin and they fight each other to acquire the more market share. And when it comes to benchmarking, lack of choice and sameness, everyone are offering the similar kind of products and services. I think, am I audible to all the audience? Can one or two can say yes or no?
See, your voice is yes, yes. You're audible.
Yes, sir.
I think minute or so small echoing is happening. I think I can maintain some distance between your wall and your presentation, sir. I think. Manjunatha,
Oh,
please.
oh, sir, otherwise I'll change the device, sir. I used the headphone. Hello. Sir, am I audible
Hello.
now?
Yes, yes, audible, please.
Now it's clear, sir?
Yes, yes, it's clear, clear. Okay, you
Yes.
may proceed.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'll proceed. Yeah, this red ocean is, marked with, all these features. Limited boundaries are defined. It is brutal. Whereas when you come to the blue ocean, I try to just, keep everything on one side. Whatever I think you have exposed for these 3 days, no boundaries. You can reconstruct. It's unknown. You can come up with the new products. Definitely, it is uncontested market. You can think beyond the demand. And there are people who are non-customers. You have to think about them in the blue ocean. And when it comes to innovation, you have the freedom. You can leave. You can change the games. Okay, the market. You can shape the new market. Then you can deliver the new value to the people and success. You are going to break the new ground. You are going to deliver the new value, big picture. Nothing but you are going to focus on the customer. Then strategy corners will entirely change, and you are going to disrupt the market. These are the salient features of the blue ocean. Now, for the topic given to me is manufacturing, I have taken few cases where people are involved into manufacturing and how they're able to be in the blue ocean. Yeah, having said that, let me go to the next slide. First one, I started by taking this blue ocean strategy of this automobile industry. We in the manufacturing automobile industry play a vital role. And if you remember in 1890s, okay, if you take US or any other advanced country, there was horse buggy. People used to travel using those horse and buggy. And someone thought, why don't I, non-customers were there and, and market was full of opportunity. And this in 1893, this Duryea Brothers created the first automobile and they costed $1,100. That was more than the average annual income of twice the average income, annual income of U.S. citizens. But that vehicle was costly. And what happened immediately? Yes, this was a horse buggy where people used to travel, but whole market there was an opportunity. What Ford did, look at it. In 1908, Henry Ford created a car which is called as Model T, which was he was into mass production. He made that product available to everyone in the American market. It was standardized product, and it was black in color, and it was not having any limited options. But what happened, since that was the only car with the standard car, and he was able to enjoy the market share of, when he started his business, it was 9% in 1908, but he was able to acquire 61% market share by the time 1921. Means it was absolutely blue ocean. It is one of the fantastic examples for blue ocean strategy. Means boundaries were not defined. Okay, there were so many, millions of people who were non-customers for the product, and that Ford was able to enjoy that from 9% to 61%. This is one example in the manufacturing sector how they leap forward in acquiring the market share. This was the Ford 40 model, the first car, what they have designed. Yeah, this was again the improved version of the 40 model, and this was huge. Um, you know, had enjoyed huge market share in the American market. He has created it and is mass produced, and that was blue ocean. See, if we remember that blue ocean was never remained as blue ocean. Why? What happened? When he has enjoyed from 9% to 61% market share with respect to automobile, yeah, someone else was watching the market. Who was it? It was none other than General Motors. By that time, by 1923, majority of the American households were having automobile. Then what happened? The General Motors entered into the market. Then the blue ocean has become red ocean. Then what General Motors did? Since Ford was in the blue ocean and it was delivering all standardized cars, this General Motors has found one more opportunity for the non-customers. And what it did, if you look at this slide, you can see that. He has introduced different color cars with the 4 doors. This was not there with respect to Ford. He has found out an opportunity, then he has entered into the blue ocean again. In the same market, there was an opportunity where some customers were loving the different cars, cars with the different colors. This was advertisement General Motors released, to attract the customers. And you don't believe what happened is, the Ford has lost a lot of market share. See, he was in the blue ocean, but he has to sustain the blue ocean. Means you need to innovate. Otherwise, again, you're going to lose the market share. Now, this is another ad of the General Motors car. Then what happened between 1926 to 1950? Due to this innovation, due to attracting the non-customers of car in the US market, the General Motors market share raised from 20 to 50%. And what happened to Ford? It fell from 50 to 20%. See, see, you cannot enjoy the blue ocean in the manufacturing sector for longer term if you're not innovative. You need to keep exploring the opportunity. This is the one lesson we need to learn from the Ford blue ocean strategy. Now, who's ruling? General Motors is ruling. Then what happened? Again, Ford is there, General Motors is there, then Chrysler entered into the market. Then what happened? All these three people, they created the red ocean, and 90% of the market share was owned by these big three companies. Means at one point of time they were enjoying 60-50% market share, but now on an average they may be enjoying 30% market share. So one lesson we need to remember out of this manufacturing car is, see, you may get into the blue ocean strategy for But if you want to retain as leader, you need to keep innovating. If you are happy that I am the leader, I am enjoying the market share, no, that is not permanent. It is one lesson. Again, in 1970s, what happened? Japanese companies they
Sir,
entered.
Manjunatha sir,
Yes, sir.
sorry for the interference.
Please, sir.
Sir, the slide, top portion of slide is not visible, sir. Please reduce the size of the slide, sir.
I'll do it.
Title is not visible. Please.
Okay, sir. Now, sir.
Sir, go to previous slide, sir. Previous two slides.
With this, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'll go with this only, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
Fit to the screen, sir. Fit to the screen, sir. If
Sorry?
you fit to the screen, huh?
Yes, now
it
it's
is
visible.
visible.
Now it's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Now,
you.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Now
yes,
it's
sir. Now it is
visible.
Oh, fine, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, if you look into this, 4T model, initially it was this buggies, horse buggies. Then Ford introduced, it is enjoyed more than 60% market share. It was blue ocean. What General Motors did, it has introduced varieties of the cars with the colors. That blue ocean has become red ocean. Then General Motors market share increased by 20 to 50%. Then it appeared to the new blue ocean. Then what happened? General Motors entered into the market. Okay, then ultimately these three big people called Chrysler, General Motors and Ford, it has become blue ocean or red ocean. Absolutely, people are, fighting in the blue ocean. Now it is going to be red ocean if you are not going to keep innovating. That's what the one lesson I thought of sharing with you people. Then after 1950-60, what happened after that? In 1970s, Japanese, the car manufacturers, they started manufacturing the small cars. Look at the small cars. Again, see, it has become red ocean, but again, some people found out opportunity in the same ocean that was blue. Then what they found is all big cars. These Japanese have introduced small cars. Look at this. Again, it has become blue ocean. Means there were a lot of opportunity. There were non-customers who were ready to buy. Then they started, again, Japanese companies, they enjoyed very good market share through the small cars. Okay. Then what happened? Then the next generation cars came into picture. Then again, Chrysler understood in 1984, apart from small cars, there are some more customers. Again, opportunity is there. Boundary is not defined. What they did? It introduced the minivans. This is the minivan. Until then, it was not done. The moment it is introduced, again, Chrysler enjoyed very good market share in this segment. Then ultimately, if you look at this, again in 1990s, SUVs are introduced into the market, sport utility vehicles. Means they started exploring the market, they're finding the ocean inside the ocean. Means there are non-customers who want something else. And these manufacturers, they started understanding the needs of the customers. They started exploring and are able to, come up with the new products. Hope voice and audio slides are clear, sir, now, Basra sir. Basra sir.
Sir, please tell me, sir.
Yes, now it's fine now, sir. Slides and.
Yes, sir. So you can go to slide view, sir. Slide show. So it's visible.
Now, sir.
No, it's not okay, sir. Not okay.
Not okay.
This way is okay, sir. This way only it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. See, this is how the blue ocean once has become the red ocean, and again in the same red ocean you can make out the opportunity. You can get into the blue ocean. That's a wonderful lesson, and that we are noticing this in this era. Then I thought of sharing one more, the car company, Maruti Suzuki, which we are noticing. In the recent past, since 2-3 years, what happened? This Maruti Suzuki has, come up with the business format called Nexus that we all know. See, there is one market segment in India where they were non-customers for Maruti Suzuki. Reason is they were expecting something extra in the form of the ambience, in the form of the trained people, in the form of the other services. Maruti was able to understand it. And those customers, since Maruti was not having it, they used to buy the vehicles of Nissan, Volkswagen, GM, Ford, Honda cars. But this Maruti understood. They understood there is again beyond the market, there is one more market and how to cater to the market. And what they did was they came up with the new format called Nexa. All of us have noticed in the market the Nexa showroom. What they did in the Nexa. See, they've come up with the not large array of the cars, small number of varieties of the cars, but they are premium cars. You take the Sears, you take S-Cross, the Baleno. See, there is one market already I mentioned you who are going for other brands. The reason is the existing showrooms are very small space. You don't have AC. That ambience is not good. Due to which some people were not coming. Then what Nexa did? What Maruti did is they have come up with the Nexa format. There they have started selling the premium hatchbacks, premium sedans of, and as well as SUVs of Maruti Suzuki. Then what happened today? It resulted a premium showroom for premium models. Today it is doing really well that we are all noticing. See, it was red ocean. People were meeting each other. Again, they found out one more opportunity in that ocean. Again, it has become the blue ocean. Yeah, when we are going to talk about the blue ocean, red ocean, when we started losing the profit, revenue, margin, market share, it will become red ocean. Immediately, if you are able to explore, if you are creative enough, definitely you can touch the other market segment which is not touched. Nothing but were non-customers. And Maruti Suzuki is able to do it. Okay, just I'll show you this is the old showroom. This is Nexa. And the cars which are available here, your Alto, K10, definitely those cars are not available here. You will get Sears, you will get S-Cross, you will get Ignis, you will get Baleno. That's a wonderful strategy of attracting the non-customer. And this is one of the fantastic examples for blue ocean. But I don't think it will remain as blue ocean for them. In the future, this model may be copied, and again, they may think beyond this point. Yeah, and then let me discuss what they did when it comes to the Maruti Nexa. See, they were concentrated on three things. One is focus, second one is divergence, three is compelling. Then what they focus? See, they are looking for upgrade of the existing Suzuki cars. They upgraded their cars. You look at the Ignis, you look at the Baleno, you look at the CS, look at the S-Class. They upgraded the cars. And second thing, what they did was, they shed the image of the Maruti as a low-cost car manufacturer. When they increased the cost of the car, they have removed the image. Like they shed the image of it, and they have showcased them as we have the cars which are costly and luxury also. Then divergence. What they did? The value curve of Nexa diverged from the existing value curves of automobile majors. See, they diverged from the traditional practice, and they have two kinds of business formats. One is the Maruti Suzuki showrooms, other one is Nexa showrooms. There is nobody who would have thought about it, and they know there is a market who can, who are ready to come and buy that product, and they're successful in that. Yeah, and they kept the compelling tagline. What is it? New destination, new experience. Oh, wow, wonderful. Means this is what the non-customers. There were customers who are not willing to come. For them, they told that this is a new destination called Nexa, and you are going to get the new experience. Let me discuss what is the new the destination has, and how they give the new experience to the customer. This is a strategic canvas. We eliminate, raise, reduce, create. You people know that really well. You look at the Nexus. Yeah, here they started. They raised, time to purchase. Then they've improved the interior design, and they've given them a wonderful personalized experience. Then what they did, they reduced the number of models in the Nexus showroom. Then they've recruited more number of people, more number of staff to talk to the customer, and there was no back-end staff movement when the new customer come to the showroom. Then what happened? See, when that kind of the non-customers who were not used to come to Maruti, when they started coming to this Nexus, they offered them valet parking. You need not to worry about it. See, usually what will happen when the family head will be driving the car, you're going to sit in the car. You need to wait until he goes and stop the car in the right parking place and come back. That 10 to 15 minutes, it is going to create, chaos in the minds of the customers and family members. And they understood that problem. If you go to Nexa, they have the valet parking. Then they made the purchase process paperless. You look at the curve of this Nexa. This is what they followed in their blue ocean strategy. Due to that only they are able to enjoy very good market share with the non-customer. Then one more thing, what you can notice in the Nexa showroom is they have very well trained staff. You go to ordinary this, Maruti showroom, those people are not trained. Okay, they're not well groomed. Whereas you go to Nexa, they they to attract the non-customers, they have trained, they've taken the staff who are very qualified, and they train them, and they thought of giving the personalized experience to customers, and they are going to understand the needs of the customers, and they are able to fit the product into the customer mind. Actually, this was not that. They exploded. And the interior design, wow. In Nexa, you should visit once. I think you people might have seen that. Definitely, it is wonderful. The customer launch is good, and they are going to have the closed financial discussions. See, people don't want to disclose their financial status. If you go to now the car showrooms, they see in the big hall, whenever you're going to talk, other people will be listening to you. That was the hurdle. But Nexa has come up with this, special discussion room when it comes to financial, taking the loan and all. And you should see the light up, the kind of light and the style of the cars. They've made very good lighting arrangement to showcase the style of the cars. That was missing. And due to that, those non-customers were not coming. By due to these features, they're able to attract the non-customers also to their showroom. Then they started giving them the personalized experience. What used to happen? In the previous showrooms, one sales executive used to handle 3 customers. You go to next site is one-to-one. He is not going to handle 2 to 3 customers. This I have experienced when I bought my new car about 6 years back. One executive is talking to 2, 3 customers, and we are getting pissed off. Believe me, Nexa has understood that. Today you go to Nexa, one-to-one, they'll say, there's a special room, you sit, beautiful launch. And again, due to that only, they're able to do wonderful business. Then they reduced. What they've reduced? They reduced the number of models actually, but they've increased the number of colors in the cars which are available in the Nexa. To give them the feel like you have the variants of cars. Then as I told you, customer to staff ratio, they have increased the number of staff so that they'll talk to one-to-one. And eliminate. What they eliminated? Usually you visit even now the Maruti showroom, you can find a lot of people walking in and around. For some people, definitely it is Ramesh sir is telling slideshow, please. Sir, it is available, sir. Bahra sir, can you help him out? And one participant, Mr. Ramesh Malak sir.
Yes, sir. I have shared the slides.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And they've eliminated. What they eliminated? The back-end movement of the other people when the sales process is going on, they eliminated. This was it was a different class where people don't want them to disturb when discussion is going on. This is where they found the blue ocean strategy. Okay, they found a market and they entered into the market. As I told you, they created what they created. It was missing in the previous show. They created the valet parking. Means no hassles. You need not worry about the parking space. Your family members need not wait on the road until you come to showroom. Then they made paperless. Now today what they did, they have the tabs. They are going to show all the 3D videos, 3D pictures of the car in one place. Okay, and they are going to show everything. All the 3D videos. Then they are going to show the image. They are going to show that we are environmental friendly. Also, as well as they are friendly towards the customers by keeping the tabs. They are going to explain the features of the car. In conclusion, how this Maruti, when it was in the red ocean, struggling and bleeding with respect to revenue, margin, and the profit, how it has entered into the blue ocean, how it has created its blue ocean, number one. It created a unique space called Nexa, number one. Number two, he started fighting against the premium brands. How? By keeping the premium hatchbacks and premium cars. Number three, he come up with a new initiative, one-to-one, well-trained, well-groomed, then there is no back movement, paperless, taps to explain the features. This all addition, then due to which he was able to extend his market beyond the existing market and he created own blue ocean. This is one beautiful example in the manufacturing of the automobile, how they have created the blue ocean. Yeah, at this point of time, just let me recollect what is red ocean and blue ocean. In the red ocean, competing the existing market, blue ocean, uncontested market. There were non-customers for Maruti Suzuki, they have touched them. Then, in the previous model, they were beating, they're trying to beat the competition. In the Nexa model, it is irrelevant. Yes, they're able to do it to some extent. Then the first, the red ocean exploiting the existing demand, whereas in the blue ocean, they're creating and capturing the new demand. Yes, then align the whole system of a firm's activities with the strategic choice, whereas you look at they started differentiating themselves from the existing markets. This is what I think now slides are clear. Yes. Now, I want to discuss with you one more manufacturing company, how they thought of getting into blue ocean, but ultimately they failed. When I saw your previous 3 days presentation, you might have discussed about the Tata Nano. Actually, it was a wonderful example. They created the blue ocean. They found out a great opportunity where two-wheeler, riders, they want to upgrade themselves, and there was a misalignment. Now I'm going to discuss about the one more manufacturing company. It was Blue Ocean. They found a huge opportunity, but they failed in encashing due to misalignment. Let me discuss that. What is that misalignment they did? One is now the Ratan Tata, if you remember, he launched the Nano FDP people's car, and it was a lot of media attention. Even the US president has introduced him to his wife, stating that he is the man who's given the world's cheapest car. Yeah, and that lot of bookings, it is going to create a benchmark in the history of the automobile. And then what happened? He has reduced to more than 200,000 orders, bookings in 2009. It was a really great success, initial success. Then he understood, Ratan Tata, the Tata Motors, what Indian buyers want, what they value, and right now what is lacking. We are seeing on the two-wheeler, 2 to 3 people are traveling. Okay, see, that is really tough. In the sunny, in the winter, in the rainy season. He thought of that is the bottom of the pyramid. Huge market is available for him to capture. He found the blue ocean in the bottom of the pyramid. Then he designed a nano car. Then he thought of providing the safety, comfortable, reliable, as well as they can travel, they can commute in the all weathers. That was the whole idea. He found out a big ocean. Even at bottom of the pyramid, the Indian population, they were using the two-wheelers, 3 people, 4 people, and all. He found that was the bottom of the pyramid, a huge opportunity. He found the blue ocean. And as I told in the first slide, there was a misalignment. Let me tell you what is that misalignment. Yeah. And that automobile, he thought of reach out to most of the people. Then he has given a good profit proposition to himself. Then he did the cost innovation in the design of the car, the backside engine that you might have seen, and the large space. Then he did very good, the marketing also. Then he kept himself very good profit margin and low cost as well as differentiated himself. You can see Ratan Tata when he introduced this car to the world. Then what happened? Misalignment. Initially, it has enjoyed very good success, but it failed to meet its sales targets and public expectations. Demand was very high. He was unable to meet the demand. What went wrong? He has understood he has identified the blue ocean. He identified the non-customers. He has identified the consumption issues. He has identified the large demand. But he failed to meet the sales target. What went wrong? Goodwill, you see, company has great goodwill. Its intention is also good. Still, what went wrong? It was the non-cooperation of the critical community where Tata wanted to build its manufacturing facility. The people you might have heard about in the West Bengal, when Tata thought of opening its manufacturing plant, that community, that place, that locals were not giving the land for Tata. Here comes the imbalance. Yes, Tata was pioneering at work, identifying the blue ocean, but believe me, he has failed to encash it. The reason was there was misalignment in terms of you know starting its manufacturing plant. When that got delayed, when the 200,000 bookings were there, he was unable to cater to the customers. That's where the Tata failed in implementing the blue ocean strategy for its Tata Nano. Having said that, then the problem there was arable land, but they don't want to use for the industry. That's why Tata relocating. By the time they got distracted, what from where? From their original distribution plan, they're unable to deliver. Eventually, they forgot their initial success, and Tata Nano was unable to enjoy the success rate what it was planned. Now, in the blue ocean, in the manufacturing or in any other sector, what you need to understand the pain points of the customers. In other words, we can call it as the consumption issues of the customer. Then you need to see what customers are looking, what non-customers see, how. See, if I'm running the business, you need to understand how my existing customers see me, how my non-customers are watching me. Means what is their perception about my brand. Then you should be aware of the pain points. So what are the pain points? Where customers facing the problem, maybe using, maybe disposing, maybe renewing. You need to understand that. Again, pain points are the aspects of what? The business, maybe related to your business model itself, maybe related to your product itself, maybe related to the service, what you're going to give to the customers. Knowingly, unknowingly, you need to understand, you need to explore what are the issues. Then, once you're going to understand that, you need to create a platform to overcome this inconvenience. Then, once you're going to understand those pain points, you need to create a clear picture, the industry picture, what are the issues, who are the customers, who are the non-customers, what problems they are facing, how they look my business as such. Then, there is going to be, whenever there are non-customers, when they are going to have the different perception about you, believe me, there is a hidden opportunity for us. Means there is a hidden opportunity which we can encash and convert that into business. The moment if any marketer, any manufacturer is able to understand the pain point of the customer, definitely he can encash that and he can come up with a business model, and that's where the blue ocean lies. Yeah, that's what Nexa did to support this Nexa. They understood there were non-customers who were loving something extra. They found the new format, new kind of cars which are luxury, and they're able to deliver. And you need to give purchase to delivery, the use, the supplements and maintenance and disposal, at that time and that space. This is one of the beautiful strategic canvas. Can look into it. See on the top, you can see the 6 stages of buyer experience cycle. On the left hand side, you can see on the y-axis the 6 utility use. I think this is very wonderful, the table where we can use it even for the education institutes. This post-COVID is going to really tough for us to sustain. We may need to draw this kind of canvas. We have purchase, delivery, use, supplements, maintenance, and disposal. On the y-axis, you can take the customer productivity, simplicity, convenience, risk reduction, fun and image, environmental friendliness. Then you locate where you're standing with respect to customer productivity, simplicity, and convenience with respect to these aspects. Then I'll show you one of the, one example. Again, one more manufacturing industry example. I'm taking one example called Actify. And Actify in the French fry industry. This is one of the beautiful example. There's a French multinational company called Group SEB. They started manufacturing electric French fry makers. This you might have noticed. Okay, when we started manufacturing, the market share was started going down year on year. Means it was enjoying only 10% market share. But what they did, there was one fellow called Christian Grob, who is the head of the electric cooking. He set out to challenge the industry's most basic assumptions. Let me discuss. I'm talking about the French fries. Yeah. Then what it is? What it is? He created the utility map, this kind of map, to understand what are the pain areas. The moment he has understood the pain areas, then he has designed a new product. What it is? To make French fries, you have to fry them. See, French fries we eat in the movie halls, cinema halls, and all. In the McDonald's, you're going to get in the different places. Then you need to fry that. Then you need to, if you really want to fry, you need a lot of oil. Means you need a full oil on the vessel. You need to boil it. If it's very, when it is very hot, then you need to fry the, your French fries. Then what happened? His team, the Grodd, who is the head of the team, he challenged the accepted wisdom and redefined the problem. Means there was a pain area. What he did? Then he thought of making those French fries delicious, healthy without frying. Yeah, there was a pain area because it was a bit fatty. You need to use more oil, and it is going to get fried in that. The moment you are going to eat, some more fat will be added to it, and it is going to take hell a lot of time also while frying. And what he did? Yes, look at this picture. Wonderful strategic canvas. He understood what are the pain areas. This X is pain point. There is a pain point. What? Customer productivity and supplements. Okay. It used to take more time. You need to take 1 liter oil, you need to cut it, you need to boil it. Then at the one point of time you need to keep frying and eat it. Then look at it. Risk reduction. Yes. Then when it comes to the disposal, see what you will do with the oil after you're going to make the fries. You might have seen we cannot use the oil which is already used. Then fun and image was zero. And this man has understood these are the areas where there was utility space, okay, where he can creating a reliable electric fire. Look at it, he has understood this. Extend all the pain points. So is an opportunity. He has found an opportunity of creating a reliable electric fire. See, if we are going to draw this with the different dimensions for our admissions, yes, it is going to work. Definitely it is going to work. We need to understand which are the pain points, where is the opportunity space. Then what I did, yeah, understanding of this strategic format, there is an opportunity of coming up with a fryer which is going to reduce your effort, time, and disposing of oil is going to be easy. He has come up with an idea. What is it? He has come up with a electric fryer. Today you might have seen. See, recently I went to one juice stall. Okay, where he has kept a big list of so many items. In that French fry was there. Then the moment my wife saw it, she ordered for the French fry. I was watching. There was no vessel. There was no oil. Nobody was boiling it. How is going to deliver it? I think that was Actify, maybe some other brand. What he did was he has taken one packet from the refrigerator, all the this aloo, finger chips. He took it, the fresh one. Then he kept in that electric fryer, and he has set the time and the temperature. Exactly after 12 or 15 minutes, he started serving it. I was shocked about it, and he might have kept very little amount of oil. Roughly, look at it, the statistics is like this. With roughly 40% of the pure calories, since is using only very small amount of oil and 80% of less fat. That French fryer, the electric fryer, he has come up with to overcome the pain point. Number one, oil you need not to have huge oil and you need not to boil, only a few drops of oil. Then you can set the temperature. If you are going to set the timing, that electric fryer is going to give you French fries at your disposal. Okay, and that Oprah Winfrey has given very good feedback about that active fry, the French fries. Believe me, due to that, they've enjoyed. Their stock price is improved by 5%, and you don't believe that company has become $1 billion euros company. Sorry, not dollar, euro. That one product, he has understood there is a non-customers who don't want to take a huge oil, they don't want to boil, they don't want to eat that more fat, but they want to eat it. They understood there is a point in area, and they come up with a product to cater to those non-customers, and it was that company is able to become 1 billion euros worldwide. Today, you go to any those stalls or some shop, they're going to keep list of French fries with the varieties of flavors, and you order them, they're going to give within 10 to 15 minutes. That was the blue ocean. Wonderful example with respect to blue ocean. If we, the teachers, if we are able to understand the pain points, definitely we can come up with a product or solution and we can reach the non-customers. And I don't think this will remain a blue ocean. If someone else copies, definitely it is going to be red ocean. Again, you need to think beyond that point. That challenge is there always. Yeah. Then why we call them red ocean? Reason is there's a cutthroat competition. Why we call it as blue ocean? There is unexplored market, no competition, and vast, deep, powerful. This I've taken the Actify example. There was a competition. They understood their paying areas. Today is worth of 1 billion euros company. Then what is the red ocean? There is a competition. It's crowded. People are bleeding each other. Here there's a new demand, uncontested market. I've taken the JNNCE as example, and this Actify is the example in the manufacturing sector. Then comes, it is, you're going to divide the existing wealth. For the same customers, when you start fighting each other, you're going to lose it. Then competing in the red ocean is a zero-sum game. Ultimately, everyone will bleed. Then prospect for profit and growth will decline. The reason is when you start fighting for the less margin, automatically you will erode the profit. When it comes to the blue ocean, there is ample opportunity, growth opportunity. You can see the JNNCE, you can see the Actify as the best examples. Yeah, same thing has been discussed. Let me take one more example of Canon. We know the Canon is a big brand when it comes to copiers. It's another wonderful manufacturing industry. I just thought of sharing with you. See, initially they used to manufacture traditional big copier machines, very big machines, and they were targeting only the corporates and offices. Then Canon, thought of, there is one more segment where non-customers are there, okay, who to address the needs of those customers. Reason is, see, if I have a small office, if I'm supposed to take 50 to 100 prints, I need not to buy a very big machine, Canon machine. And this Canon company is a pioneer in understanding there is one more market where non-customers are there, even they want copiers, but how to cater to the needs of those customers. Then he understood the industry logic, then he found the blue ocean, the copier industry. Ultimately, what he did, there were non-customers, they were huge in the number. He came up with a small copier, easy to use desktop copiers, which you can keep on your table. See, what we are having the multifunctional printers, those were not there long back. Okay, it was only big copiers. But this Canon was the pioneer. He was the first one to understand there is a blue ocean, there are non-customers. He broke the boundary. He came up with the small printers and is able to enjoy the blue ocean for longer duration. This was the first, the traditional machine, but what he did, he came up with the small machines for the people who can use it on their desk. And you don't believe, even today, Canon is the number one when it comes to the copier. After that, again, it has become red ocean. HP has come up with a similar kind of models. Toshiba, Kyocera, then there are so many brands. Okay, today you can find Epson. They have come up with it. But ultimately, who explored that market, it was the Canon. Again, he followed the blue ocean strategy. He knew the pain points. He understood the pain points. He has break the existing boundaries. He got into the blue ocean. And if you remain, see, one more challenge is there always in the blue ocean. If you want to remain at the top of the blue ocean, you should keep innovating. Otherwise, after 10 years, 5 years, I don't know, depending on the kind of the product, definitely it's going to be irreversible. Let me take one more example. It is Cemex. It's a Mexican, the cement manufacturing company. See, it is the world's largest cement producer. Even now, you can go to Google, you can view this. Okay, I'm going to show you this one picture. It is going to talk better. See, all of us have seen the cement packs, right? It's going to be the, the looking at the pack itself, we are going to tell it's the cement bag. The cement is sack. But whereas, you look at this cement, see, there's a uniqueness in this packet. What was it? Why they're able to come up with this kind of, pack? Let me discuss this company. See, cement manufacturing, even it is there in India. You can find Bharti, you can find Bijla. There are so many brands in Nagarjuna, 43 grade, 53 grade. There are so many. But this company is enjoying even today. It is one of the world's largest manufacturers of the cement. Production is into the production of cement. And what they did, they did from the non-customers. Let me discuss that with you now. Discussed about the Artifly. I discussed with you about the Nacre. I discussed with you about the Ford, Chrysler, General Motors, and Tata Nano also due to misalignment to that they failed in executing the blue ocean strategy. Whereas Cimex, okay, what they did? He started, retail banks. Look at it. These are retail banks of cement. Actually, what happened in the cement space, now in the Mexico, there were a lot of poor families. In the small house, there are n number of people. And you don't believe it was chronic overcrowding. Small house, more than what it can accommodate. It is called as chronic overcrowding. And they used to take more than 5 to 7 years to build one additional room. It really shows that they are financially struggling to expand their home to make it more livable. And you don't believe there is one more thing in that Mexico case. They were spending a lot of money on the village festivals, like Quinceañeras. Okay, there the girls giving their birthday parties. That is in weddings. This Cimex company was watching. Means what it clearly shows this slide is there were existing customers for Cimex, but the Cimex has thought beyond the market. What it did, it has identified there are non-customers, number one, where they're living in the chronically overcrowding houses and they are taking more than 4 to 7 years to build an extra room for them. Their family is getting expanded. Family members keep adding, but they are unable to construct one more room for their home. And they're able to spend their money for these things. Means they have money, but they're spending for something else. Now they understood, they come up with these facts. And why I'm telling they're spending for something else, and Cimex has understood and come up with these things. Definitely, we teachers, we can easily understand this. They made us the gift packs. What they did? On all these programs, okay, there was a dilemma, and they used to call it as village program as patrimonial holy program. And what they did is the cement company, he started the cement from functional product to the gift of dreams. Wow, wonderful blue ocean strategy from the Cemex. It's a Mexican company. What he did was he started giving the cement in the form of bags, and it is a functional product in the construction industry. He made cement as the gift. So this is wonderful, wonderful actually. Believe me, dear friends, in India also we are facing the same problem. Even now, government of India is telling that we create a home for everyone. Even today in India, more than 35 to 40% of people, they don't have their own house. Now, if same cement strategy, the cement whatever it has used in the Mexico, if the Indian companies are going to use it, believe me, it is going to be wonderful. What Cemex did, I'm going to explain that now. See, he started making the cement as a gift of the dreams. See, we normally in India, for housewarming ceremony we go, that fellow is going to struggle a lot, construct the house, we are going to give some gift. Instead, if we are going to give cement as the gift, wonderful, no? That's what the cement did. He made the cement as a gift item. They were spending on other programs. He made for the same programs, you give this cement. Means you need not wait for 4 to 7 years to construct an extra room to reduce the overcrowding halls. You can extend it easily, and for that, what did it? He has introduced a program, okay, that was a festival. Then he started a Tandas, a community savings scheme, where a group of people, we know our chits, right? We have chit schemes, similar kind of chit schemes, but if they want to do the lucky dip, and for that money, they are supposed to buy the cement. Wonderful, actually, wonderful. In India, still there are red blue ocean is available for this. We can copy from them. And this cements model of having the Tanda program, and people are going to, crowdsourcing. They are going to keep the money. They are going to do the lucky dip, and the person who is going to get the money, for him, they used to, give the cement. Wonderful. And it has received the award from the UN program. Okay, even Millennium, the World Business Award, in support of these goals, and it has received the award from the UN Habitat Award for this wonderful practice towards housing solution. It is housing solution, saving the money instead of gifting the product which are not usable. They are gifting something which they can use it and construct the home. It has become the blue ocean strategy, the unique, and today that Cemex is leading company in the world when it comes to uh, cement. I think there's a lot of learning for us. If you're okay, if you think we can go for this kind of strategy in India, reason is there's a big blue ocean available in India. We can copy this, we can imitate. Anyhow, they are from Mexico, and in India, again, blue ocean is available. Okay, we can start this. Instead of gifting something, the moment they start constructing the houses, they can start gifting cement or iron. This can be applied to other industry also. Okay, it is going to derive the demand from other industries, and this is how we can help each other. And the person who is going to initiate this in India, maybe he is going to create a blue ocean in this area. Having said that, let me discuss with you one more blue ocean strategy. The net jets. Net jets, you might have heard about this. What is this net jet? How they have understood the blue ocean strategy? Let me explain with you the simple example. There is a business class people in the world where they don't want to spend their money in the boarding, the deboarding, and security check in the waiting lounge. Okay, this net jet they have understood. Okay, there is a segment in this society where they don't want to waste their time on this. They want to fly point to point. They don't want to go through all the security checks. It is going to be waste of their time, and they come up with this plan for net jets. See this picture. This picture talks the better. Now it's going to give a lot of inputs. It has come up with these very small flights, point to point. Okay. See, if you look at the business people, they to travel from point to point, they need not to buy one chartered flight. No need to. And for that, he has to put the security. He has to keep up the maintenance and all. That NetJet has understood there is one business class people. For them, they can offer this service. Here, if you look at the NetJet, what it is going to do is you can book. It is going to pick you from point to point, and there is no extra security check. Very easy to commute and travel. See, in spite of so many airlines are available, this NetJet is found out a blue ocean strategy. Wow, wonderful. It has become red ocean. You might have seen, correct? You see in India, this Go Air, Indigo jets have beating each other by reducing the price. But that was not the target segment for that. For NetJet, this kind of people are not the. In India, it is not there as of now. But if you take in other countries, all the airlines they were beating each other. They were fighting in the red ocean. But this company was a pioneer in identifying an opportunity in the market who are the non-customers, but there were the pain points. Which were the pain points? They are spending a lot of time board, deboard, security check, getting out of the the airports. They understood their pain points. Yes, there is a blue ocean. There were non-customers who want something else. Yes, NetJet did it. You can find the fleet of aeroplanes. Okay, they're able to do it. They commercialized it. They avoided the waiting time. They avoided the security check. they've avoided the congested airport problem, then point-to-point travel, their, the productivity increased, the energy, the business people energy started utilized for better purpose. And today NetJet is enjoying a huge market share. Believe me, they're enjoying huge market share. And until now, I think, there are a number of companies, they are offering a similar kind of, facility to the commercial travelers, the business travelers. Still, no one is close to them. It is a multi-billion-dollar blue ocean for NetJet. How? They have reduced the fixed cost, and they have reduced the cost for the business class people, and they are able to travel from point to point very easily. This is, they're having the 5 times more than their market share compared to their nearest competitor. Means there are so many airlines in the world. Okay, NetJets is a pioneer with this kind of strategy, that is blue ocean strategy. He found the non-customers, he understood the pain points, he break all the rules. It is something like now we go and hire the car and travel. It is something like that. NetJets, we book it, point to point, easy, safe. Having said that, let me discuss one more example of blue ocean strategy. What is this? Looks like pen. Correct, it is pen only. The company name is Novo Nordisk. Yes, this company also understood the pain areas of the customers, and there were non-customers. Pain area, it has understood the pain area, and it has found a huge customer base who are ready to buy the product. What it did. Let me share with you about the Novo Nordisk. See, it is a Danish insulin producer. Insulin. The moment you are going to listen to the word insulin, definitely it is for the diabetic disease. They created it, blue ocean. How they did? They actually, the conventional wisdom when it comes to the giving the insulin is, if you take some 10 years back, they used to go to a doctor, wait for him nurse, and they used to inject the insulin. And why insulin? To regulate the blood sugar, who are unable to, which in the body, which is not, the insulin is produced not properly. And here, almost all the companies, okay, this, before this invention, before they found out the blue ocean, all the insulin manufacturers, they were focusing on the doctors. Means they want to ease the doctor's process of delivering the insulin. But believe me, this company, it started understanding the pain areas of customers. Means when companies are targeting on customers, called the doctors, this Novo Nordisk targeted on the customers. Means doctors are less, patients are more. When companies are near doctors only, you may design the insulin delivery process, maybe syringe or needle, as per the doctors. But this company has gone beyond. They thought beyond the need. What they did, they understood the pain areas of customers. Okay, what are the pain areas? They need to take the doctor appointment. They need to shell out the money every day. They need to wait for some time. They need to travel. They need to come to doctor. Injection need to be administered under the supervision of the doctor or nurse. These are the pain areas. There is no one or not is understood this. And what they did? Solution was this pen. What is this pen? You are going to use this pen, okay? It is going to be, you want to have the insulin. Just you use it on your skin, automatically it is going to inject the insulin into your body. It was a idea. How he has found out the opportunity? When all the people are concentrating on the doctors, this company concentrated on the customers, and they have manufactured these pens to overcome the problems of the patients. Wonderful strategy actually. It is what is this? They come up with the Novolit, one pre-filled disposable insulin injection pen, okay, dosing system where you can use it convenience. It is very convenient to use. You can use it. It won't have the electronic memory. It won't have the cartridge. And if you're going to set the dosage, everything, just use it on your shoulders. You just press button automatically without your knowledge. Is going to inject the insulin. Okay, easy to dispose. You need not to go to a doctor. This is how this Novo Nordisk is able to find out, a big blue ocean, and you don't believe it has transformed the landscape of the insulin industry. Instead of concentrating on the patients, as a doctors, they started concentrating on the diabetic patients. See, what do you mean by this? See, if we are in the manufacturing, we should we should think about not only about the people who deliver the service or product, and we may need to think about what are the pain points of the end user. See, this is how. This is one of the wonderful, blue ocean strategy used by no one. Yeah, and then no pen has come, which is going to have the pre-filled or pens now account for dominant share. The pre-filled device. You can use one to set. It is now there in the Europe, Asia, Scandinavia, where the patients are advised to take frequent injections of insulin. Some people they take insulin, morning, evening, and all. Now sometimes they may take less, they may take more. If they take less, okay, their sugar level will increase. If they take more, their sugar level will go down. That problem they understood. One is doctor, nurses, age, need, disposing. Then third thing is administration as well as the dosage. This pen is overcoming all these pain areas, and they found out a blue ocean in that. No, you don't believe, even today, it is in the world, it is enjoying 70% market share. It is a global leader when it comes to diabetes care. Means we the teachers to our students are able to identify these kind of pain areas, and if you are able to give them the solution or the idea of this kind of products, definitely we can create an opportunity for our students. We can identify a lot of blue oceans if we are going to be empathetic as well as understanding the pain area. This is wonderful, one of the wonderful example for blue ocean strategy. Then, I'm going to share with you the last case of my presentation in the manufacturing. It is the Philips. The Philips has, some of the blue ocean strategy. In which area? Tea kettle industry. You will be shocked to hear that. What is this? Started from the car. I went to Indian car manufacturers. We discussed about the cement. We discussed about the diabetic pen. Okay. We feel there are the different manufacturing industries where they're able to understand the pain points of the customers, and they found out opportunity, and that was beyond the people were thinking. It was uncontested market, and they're able to cater to the needs of those customers. Now, what is this tea kettle industry when the Philips is talking about? See, when you want to make a tea using the electric kettle, you're going to use the water. Okay. Then for the tea kettle industry, there is a complementary product called water. Means there are people who want to supply water, even by the packaged water or any other water. The British kettle industry have flat sales and shrinking profit margins. In the Britain, what used to happen is all the people who are manufacturing the tea kettles, yes, their margin was shrinking. This clearly shows that it was the red ocean strategy. Then this Philips is a Dutch consumer electronics company. They found out an opportunity. They found out a pain area. They found out a blue ocean in the red ocean. Blue ocean in the red ocean. I'm usually contradictory statement, but let me explain why I use that statement at this point of time. As I told, when tea kettle industry is enjoying flat sales and shrinking, the profit margins are shrinking. This Philips have found blue ocean in that ocean. Wow, what is it? Let me continue with that example. Yeah. The Philips saw a very big issue in the breeding the tea. Okay. The tea was not hot in the kettle itself, but in the complementary product of water, which had to be boiled in the kettle. What is it with the tea kettle? You are supposed to put the water or you are going to boil. Why? By the time they were supposed to drink the tea, it used to be cool. What was the issue? The issue was lime scale used to be on the top of the tea. Okay, when you're thought of drinking the tea. When you're going to pour the tea, when you're going to boil it, there's going to be lime scale. Lime scale means you might have seen there's going to be a thin white color scale is going to be in the water. This lime scale accumulation on the kettle as the water started boiling, so we're going to put the water boil, now put the water into the kettle. You start boiling, that scale used to come. Then later found out its way into the freshly brewed tea. What happened? When you're going to boil the water, when that lime scale is going to form on the top of the water, then you're going to pour. See, in the Britain, they're not going to make tea as we do. How we are going to make the tea? Put the water, some milk, then drop this sugar and tea powder, boil it and drink. No, that is not the way in the Britain. They are going to boil the water in the electric kettle, pour that into the cup, then they will use the tea bags, then they are going to use the sugar candies. Here they were facing the problem. What is it? After you are going to boil the water, there is going to be limescape formation on the water. Yes, this is a pain point. Means there is a consumption issue when customer thought of drinking the tea. Yes, Dutch company called Philips has identified this pain area. But it was already red ocean. People are bleeding each other. But they see what is the lesson from this Philips case is we need to understand even in the red ocean there will be pain points. If we are going to understand those pain points, we can convert that pain point into a business opportunity. And Philips did it. What I did, I'm going to share that in the next slide. Yeah. This phlegmatic British typically took a teaspoon and went fishing to capture the off-putting landscape. Yeah. As I told you, when they are going to pour water into the electric kettle, the moment they are going to drop that into cup, what they used to do, take a teaspoon and you need to start removing that scale from the water. See, when that scale is there, very difficult to drink. See, I am actually from the place now. I know one place called Chitradurga Chalkira where I studied. It is my hometown also. Sir, I found this lime scale on the water. The moment you need not to boil, you store in one vessel. By afternoon, you can find that scale. To drink that, you used to remove the scale. Otherwise, you need to spill some water. Then we used to drink. Similar kind of problem these people used to face the lime scale. And you're supposed to spend some time to take this spoon, keep removing. That was the pain area. Then it was the problem for another industry, the public water supply. Actually, see, this problem is coming not due to the kettle, it is due to the water supply. Means somebody is complimenting you, somebody is giving you an opportunity for you to explore in the business. And what will it say? Yeah, by thinking in terms of solving the major pain, okay, you're going to come up with a solution. Philips saw the water problem as its opportunity. Yeah. See, if at all today, if we thought of, creating the blue ocean means we need to understand the problem. Whenever there's a problem, there's an opportunity. If that opportunity is large enough, if that pain point is connected to the huge customer base means, yes, there is a business opportunity that is blue ocean. Then what this Philips did, they have come up with a kettle which is going to have the moth filter. After you are going to, the tea kettle is going to have a moth filter. You can drop the water. Once it is boiled, he has come up with the tea kettle who is going to keep a filter on the moth filter. The moment you are going to pour that water into your cup, that lime scale is going to get removed. You can ask me, see Manjunatha, how did the blue ocean opportunity, how they created the blue ocean? Definitely, the moment you are going to create the blue ocean, something innovative product, if you are going to make some innovative product, definitely you can, there is other options to protect your innovation through patents. Definitely you can patent your idea and you are going to get back the returns in some other form. See, this is how people have, the Philips has created, blue ocean, and it has ensured very great market share. Even today, they have reconstructed new market boundary. See, they were able to find out the blue ocean in the red ocean. When people are struggling each other, when they're fighting each other, when the market share was shrinking, then it has found a huge market opportunity. And today it is almost number one company when it comes to the consumer electronics, the Philips. Yeah, having said that, I think let me recap once again what all I covered in the manufacturing sector, blue ocean strategy. The great I want to share with you as a marketer, you can think of getting into the left-hand side, the blue ocean, bleed, or the blue ocean where there is no boundary, blue ocean is life. And I already discussed with you, it is brutal, competitive, price-driven. Okay, beating others with the mode of the red ocean. When market is limited, it is no boundaries, constraints, saturated, and everyone are having the similar kind of products, you don't have choice. When it comes to blue ocean strategy, market, they redefine the boundaries. They have taken the Sinex example, they have taken the Nexa example, they have taken the essentially Novo Nordisk example, they have taken the Philips example. What they did, they reconstructed the boundary, they're unknown to the others, they come up with a new product, which is uncontested, they think beyond the demand, okay, they have leaped forwarded, okay, they have started giving the value, they are the game changers in the market. Then they break the ground rules by giving you, delivering the values, and they complemented, the makes competition irrelevant. Actually, this I don't agree. That makes it competition irrelevant. The reason is now the blue ocean will become red ocean when people start imitating. Yeah, this I've taken the example of horse buggies. Ford has come up with a ski model. It has enjoyed very good market share. It was blue ocean. But when Ford started, not thinking about the consumption issues, the non-customer needs, where GM came to General Motors. They introduced cars with the different colors. Then the market of the Ford got shrinked, whereas General Motors got increased. Means he was able to found in the same market, there was an opportunity blue ocean. Then again, Chrysler came into picture. Then Japanese car came into picture. Means what I'm telling is in the same market, they were able to find out non-customers. That was the blue ocean for them. Then minivans came into picture. Yeah, then SUVs came into picture. Today we are witnessing huge product lines. Okay, in the Nexa, I have already discussed with you. Okay, where Maruti was having the set of their own traditional customers, but one set of customers, they were going for some other brands. Okay, they were not happy with the existing features of the Maruti Suzuki. They understood. They come up with the Nexa. This is the old showroom. This is the new Nexa format. What they did with the Nexa? They focused divergence and compelling tagline. They focused on what? On the customer. They upgraded the cars and they showed the image of low-cost car. Divergence. The divergence when it comes to the competitors. Okay, means they diverge from the existing value curves of the existing people. This model none of the car manufacturers are having. The same Maruti company having two models. Okay, the Nexa as well as regular showrooms. Then some compelling tagline to attract their non-customers. They said new destination, new experience. Then this is how they're able to, raise, reduce, eliminate, and create a new market for themselves. What is wonderful is like I just want to explain how exactly they have created the blue ocean, the existing red ocean. And they trained their staff, then the customer launch have improved, then they started personalizing the car features according to the needs of the customers. Then they started, see, this Nexa is not having too many models, but it is offering with too many colors to make customer feel like they are having more models, and they've reduced, not reduced, they reduce the customer staff to make sure that all the customer needs are addressed. Then eliminate what the back end staff movement. Okay, then what they did, they started offering the valet parking. Then they made it paperless by giving the tax, and there is no back movement. This is how in the existing red ocean they have created the blue ocean. Today it is doing really well, the blue ocean. I discussed with you the misalignment, one more beautiful example. Actually, Tata was pioneer. It was able to understand the blue ocean, but the misalignment with respect to land acquisition and manufacturing, they failed out there. Okay. This is a wonderful example for you need to understand the pain points, then understand the pain points and understand the opportunity, utility, then you can have this wonderful table, stages of buyer experience and the utility levers. Then you mark where is it opportunity, where is it block. taken the example of active fry, the French fries. Then, they understood the pain points, the boiling, the time. Then they come up with the fat. These were the pain points. They are come up with the electric fryer. This is the solution for time. Okay, the boiling the oil, disposing the used oil. They understood the pain point. And they come up with the products. It is enjoying a huge market share in the world. Look at it. Then, I'll discuss with you one more example of Canon. Initially, there was a big, the copiers. We have seen big and small copiers. We never thought that how this blue ocean, strategy, who started and who thought first about this. Canon, when they manufactured, the other people, they were targeting only offices. But there was uncontested market, the individual users. Then they designed the small copiers. Yes, they enjoyed very beautiful market share. Even today, Canon is, I can call it number one in spite of so many things. So after going through all these cases, one thing we need to notice is, whatever the blue ocean, it will become red ocean soon. And I've discussed with you the Mexican market, cement, how they found out the non-customers. Cement has become the gift today. Wonderful to copy in India. We can, if your friends, relatives are constructing the home, before housewarming ceremony, we can go and meet them and present the gift as cement. I've discussed with you the NetJet. It is nothing like our taxi model. Okay, they reduce the time, they understand the pain points of the business owners or the people who are ready to comfort and they are doing wonderful business. NetJet, then Novo Nordisk. This completely understood. See, when all the insulin manufacturers thinking about the doctors, this company, thinking about the patients. Wow. It is much, much bigger, the blue ocean. They come out with the, pens, okay, insulin field pens. In the Philips, they understood the consumption issue, the pain point in the ticketing. Great. Today, even Philips is enjoying great market share. Having said that, I've shared the, a couple of cases where the manufacturing is going on in the blue ocean. I don't think whatever I discussed with the blue ocean, it will remain as blue ocean. In future, it may become red ocean, and again, they may need to explore. Having said that, let me conclude my session. I hope you people have gone through the different cases, how the manufacturing industry is finding the blue ocean inside the red ocean. Having said that, let me conclude. Thank you, Basara sir. And I would like to thank Shrikant sir in absence here, as well as I want to thank the management of JNNCE. And I am the proud alumni of the National College. I have graduated from SRNN National College of Applied Science. I am proud to say that. Now, I am happy to be part of this program, being the alumni of the institution. Sir, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Manjunath sir, for your wonderful session on blue ocean strategy in manufacturing sector. We may take one or two questions from the participant side.
Yes, sir.
Participants, it is open to you. Do you have any questions, participants? Please come in the chat box or
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah, this is Dhananjay. My question to you is that is there any some quantifying model available to identify the exact attractiveness of blue ocean strategy, blue ocean rather?
Sir, that one I shared with one of the this one, sir. This you can use, sir, always. There are no tools, sir, as of now, as I noticed. But you can use this rubric, sir, which I shared, the one of the slides. Let me show you, sir. This one, sir. This is going to give a brief idea about where we need to, which are the consumption issues, and where are the blocks, and how we can come out and overcome. Maybe in any, I think if you are going to change the parameters, you can apply into any of the domains.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
if there is no questions from participant side, then we may conclude this.
So sorry to interrupt. This is Seema. Good morning.
Yes, please.
So my question is like if there was a blue ocean available for small cars in Bangalore and Tata Motors failed in that sector, why didn't other companies think about the small car segment? And why didn't they have this competition for nano after that?
Yeah, ma'am, actually what happened is a lot of research had happened, why the Tata Nano has failed. According to me, my understanding about the Tata Nano is they started campaigning like world's cheapest car. And they're targeting the people who are, below middle class. And when you are going to tell the cheap car, the middle class people, the below middle class, I think they don't want to go for cheaper car. They felt like, I think they might have become, egoistic. They felt like why we should go for cheaper car. And all of them, they shifted to Alto and K10. And this has become the second car of the, the upper middle class people. The irony is that you should not tell it is cheap. And due to that word, maybe those people might not have accepted that car. This is my opinion. And I've did a lot of literature review on this paper. People have published the papers, and almost all they have mentioned that only. Means when you are going to say cheap, people they don't want to get associated when you say the cheapest car. Maybe that reason. Hope I've answered you, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is there any further questions from participant side? Okay. Okay, if there is no questions from participant side, then we may conclude this session. So we thank Dr. Manjunath S. In spite of his busy schedule, uh, he was able to give his talk today. And I thank Dr. Manjunath on behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering, JNN College of Engineering, Shivamogga. I thank on behalf of coordinator Dr. E. Basuraj and on behalf of all our participants. I thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Srinivas Murthy, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your gesture. And kindly convey my, regards to Basuraj sir and Shrikant sir, as well as my teacher Anil sir in the mathematics department.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. We will be communicating the same to them.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.